I do want to say, the reaction to Austin Reeves' comments about like
Rivers,
oh yeah, Austin Rivers. Who did I just say? Austin Reeves.
Reeves,
Yeah, I'm tweaking. Yeah, Austin. So the comments about like players demand like superstars
superstars
demanding
demanding.
trades. I kind of like. I don't really say what you got to say first, because like I think I kind of differ from what you said.
Me personally, I really don't. I don't care about like a player asking for a trade. I think it's just the fact that honor your contract. And that's what Austin Rivers saying. You signed this, honor it. Don't just sign it because Damian Lillard signed the contract. And I don't care what nobody say. He knew that team wasn't that good, but he still signed it. And then now, and you haven't even gone into the first year of that contract, and now you're asking for a trade. And I think that's what Austin Rivers was really trying to say. Like you shouldn't you honor your contract and play. And then you're just saying I want to go to one team. I think he would have been traded by now if he'd be like, hey, I want to go to maybe the Celtics, Clippers, yada yada yada. I think he probably would have been traded, but since he wants to go to one specific team, now it's kind of like it's holding it up. And the same thing with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, he didn't honor really his contract with the Sixers. He asked for a trade out. Same James Harden, he asked out multiple times. He asked out 3 times. In probably like the past 5 years, this man has asked out 3 times.
Shit,
That's crazy to me,
it ain't
honestly.
even been 5 years, maybe in the last
What,
four.
4 years?
Yeah, like
Because we got it's really been it's actually really been like four in the last 4 years.
he's
James
been
Harden has
broke,
asked out
been
3 times.
50. Yeah, like
So honor your contract, bro. So, but like I mean, I really don't care that he asked out. It's just the fact that these other players are pissed because you're not honoring your contract, especially for some players that wish they had a contract and wish they can get that. But it's like you could just say, "Oh, I want out" when you feel like it.
man, comparison can be the thief of joy, but I do think though it's more like I kind of don't really agree with him saying it, but I get it. Like in a sense, like so LeBron James, when like he was first with Cleveland, he gave him his first 7 years, and he didn't ask out. He went free agent, and he left for Miami. But I do think it does like it's certain like players who like they stay for a long time. They try, and it's like, man, it just didn't work. I just didn't. I couldn't get us over the hump, and it's about time I leave. Like Paul George, he stayed with the Pacers for a good bit. Then he asked for a trade, knowing like, hey, I know I'm not gonna be here, but I still wanna. You guys can trade me, so don't lose me for nothing. And they did get back Victor Oladipo. They did get back Sabonis. So it's like sometimes it's like, yeah, players ask out sometimes when it's way too early. Like I think it's really different when you get like that player like he just signed. He like gave like some type of insinuation, made us think that he was gonna commit, be here for the long haul, and it's like, damn, like you really just tricked us. But then you get some players, it's like, man, they been because it's like the fans even flip on them. Like with the fans kind of flipped on Dame for being loyal. They flipped on Bradley Beal for being loyal. It was like, bro, get out of that, bro. What are you doing? You're in an abusive relationship. Leave, leave, leave. So it's like then when they do, you get like the other side because most people probably we don't all agree it's okay, but it's just like it should be a little bit more understood that it ain't just as simple as like man honor your contract because it's like Bradley Beal, bro. Why would why would you even stand like every summer? It was I gotta really think about it. I gotta really think about it. Dang, I gotta really think about it. I gotta really think about it. And then you get like the Ben Simmons. It's like, bro, you asked for a trade because you passed the ball. You were scared of Trey Young. It was like hard and like you asked for a trade because you said like um I don't want to really play with Kyrie and them no more. This shit ain't working, and it's like I get it, but it ain't so simple. Each situation deserves some delicacy.
See, the thing, everybody getting on Dame because he always preached about the super teams. I don't want to join these teams, and it's not the Heat aren't considered a super team, but you're going to one of the best teams in the East. You just talked about all that BS, but you're basically doing what everybody else is doing.
Would the Heat even be considered a super team? Because
No, no,
Bam,
no, 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 no. I don't think they're a super. I think they're just
even
a
with
really good team.
even with Dame, I think
Like
yeah,
honestly, we don't consider the Celtics a super team. We don't consider them.
I don't.
But I don't think we consider the Heat really a super team.
I would not consider that. They would be
But
really
it's
good.
just the fact that he's going to one of the best teams in the East, and that's why everybody on him. Like, how you preach about, and I don't want to go team up. I'd rather basically just stay in Portland, not win a ring. But now you're doing the same thing. You going to the Heat. I think that's why everybody getting on him. James Harden, he just didn't want to play Kyrie because Kyrie be on that BS. There's
That's
nothing wrong with that
ridiculous. I
because
thought
Kyrie do
they
be on
mad
that
at.
BS.
It's like they mad at like Dame lose. No matter what he did, he lost either way. Like, oh,
Remember he did say that though. He did kind of say like he basically said I'm in a lose-lose situation anyway. If I stay in Portland, everybody gonna say, "Well, get out of there." But if I do go and team up, everybody go like, "Well, you went to go join." And then it's like if he win a ring, I think he won't get. I think he's not gonna get like the full credit. Even if let's say that he win, I don't think he gets the full credit. I truly don't believe that. He's not gonna get 100% credit, so he doesn't win. He doesn't win. He's
that'd be
basically going to be that
ridiculous.
add-on because Jimmy Butler's going to get way more credit if they win than Dame, even though Dame is low-key the best player.
I mean, but it's Jimmy Butler. He's like, if we like talk about like anomalies, Jimmy Butler is an anomaly. Like, he's an outlier. Jimmy Butler, he's not really a superstar, but who would have thought? I never would have. If you would have said back when we was in like SIU and the dorms and Abbott talking about, hey, who I think could get to the finals twice, James Harden or Jimmy Butler, I would have. Boy, you tripping? James Harden, of course, MVP, 31 points per season. Jimmy Butler is an outlier. So it's like, even when he lose and he sucked, I ain't gonna hold you. I think people they gonna look the other way for how he fell off in the playoffs. They gonna look the other way again as soon as the season starts for him. I know I am.
They go praise, bro. It's the same with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, one of his reasons leaving because he never got the praise Steph Curry got. He was never going to get the praise Steph Curry got. Even though he was the finals MVP twice, he still never got the praise for winning. He never got it. They basically say, you helped us win, but you're not the reason we won.
Now, Steph,
Even though he was the best players on them 3 years with the Warriors. Steph Curry really got the praise. And that's gonna be the same. Damian Lillard, he won't really get the praise. He'll just be like, you was just the add-on to the team. You might have been a missing piece, but you was the add-on.
let me
Jimmy
see.
Butler is gonna get way more praise if they win a finals than Dame.
Has it ever been someone? Okay, LeBron going to Miami. Did LeBron got the D Wade got that when that first ring, it was D Wade that got the praise, wasn't it?
Of course, he was the best player in that. He was the
And
best player in that
then
finals.
and then it was Bron like that. So it's like, yeah, it is.
I think it's the same. I think it was the
It's the
same way.
way
Like Bron, you were the best player, but it's still Wade team.
Wade.
So we go praise Wade way more
Nah,
than you.
nah.
I think that's how it goes.
Hey, that suck. Hey,
You can't win. You can't
that
win.
suck. Hey, I'm sorry, Dame. That's fucked up,
He really can't win. He can't win.
bro.
Because everybody was talking about get out of there, bro. You need to leave. But now that he says, now he's like, I'm finally because I think he said in a tweet, like I'm not gonna quote the tweet because I really don't know it off my top of the head, but he's like, now y'all basically saying, y'all, I'm basically finally leaving. Now y'all talking about, oh, why you going to the Heat, bro? Why you got to go to that team? Where you want me to go to?
He not even fucking. Bro, he just went to. I ain't gonna
You want
hold
me to
you.
go? Because then let's say if he say I wanted to go to the Magic, they could be like, why would he go to the Magic? Why would you want to go to that team? They're at the bottom. Like they're a young team. You need to go to a win now team.
You should have stayed in Portland then.
If that's so it's like he can't. He's in a lose situation. He
Bro,
can't win.
that's crazy because it's like truly.
He said the grass ain't green on the other side either, and that's the case. He won't win. He just won't win.
Hey, peep this. I feel like Miami just went to the finals. Even going into next season, people still probably don't got them getting out the second round, going to the conference.
I know I won't. I don't care who it is. They won't.
So like, even
it depends if they get Dame. If they get Dame, different story. But if they don't get him, of course I'm not gonna have them.
I forgot what I was gonna say. It's just something about like it doesn't like it sucks. He loses, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like it's not as just simple as saying like they messing things up. Like, it's just certain players. It's like they should have been asked for a trade. We can't it's not the same situation as a Ben Simmons, a James Harden. It's not the same, man. It's not the same. It's really hard to beat that homegrown talent too when you go somewhere. It's crazy.
Ben Simmons asked out because they did him bogus.
He did himself bogus. If
You
he
can
did,
say that. You can say that, but you basically saying Joel Embiid. If my best player is basically saying, well, it was a wide open layup and I passed the ball. We know who he was talking about. Obviously, you. Yes, was it true? Yes, but you don't say that to the media though. You
okay,
don't say that.
I just remember what I was gonna say. I think Dane, when he made those comments about, he was like, when he said it ain't the grass ain't green on the other side, he was like, you get players, they stay for a team, then they leave, then they getting traded from they leave that team, go to another one, then they get traded from that team, then traded to another team. Now they getting bounced and hopped around. They probably don't even be in the league getting respected like they once was. I think that was Westbrook he was talking about.
I think it was because Westbrook is kind of doing. He kind of not bouncing around. Well, he kind of is, but it's like he did the same thing.
His prestige has took a hit. Like the respect that he's supposed to be getting is like it's more criticism and harshness throwing at Westbrook. But it's like, what if he would have stayed with OKC?
And we would have said the same exact thing. You need to get out of there, bro. Would have
But
said the same thing.
but like what's crazy to me is like even though like they wasn't winning, he didn't win the chip. I wouldn't have been mad if he would have stayed because it's like, yeah, they've been like, oh, he's hindering, he's holding back the young core from moving and developing. But it's like, so if you stay somewhere your whole career, don't win the chip, down the fans like, man, you wasted your time, woo woo woo. But if you get a ring and you just stay there forever, like some seasons, Dirk with the Mavs.
I think
Was
Dirk is
it,
just one of them ones. He was just gonna stay there regardless.
bro? I ain't gonna hold you like Steph. If Steph never won a ring with the Warriors, like would he been getting treated this way? I don't think I ever heard any comments about Dirk need to lead the Mavs. But it's like, bro,
Me personally, honestly don't know because since I didn't really start watching basketball, like taking it really serious until like 2009 to 2010. So maybe before that, maybe there was. I have no clue. Maybe they
but
did
that's
talk about he wanted to get out of there. But from
typically
then until now, that's when they did that. Like he was still on the team. So maybe they. I mean,
but
he
you
won.
usually
He won
hear like
like 2 years later. He won like
yeah.
2 years later.
That's usually hear like use like the narratives the like it like come up. You hear it again. It's like when Kobe was like, I'm leaving the Lakers. I want to go to the Bulls. You hear it, but it's like I never heard nothing like that with Dirk. It was like he gonna be a Mav. It don't matter if he win, lose, woo woo woo. But it's like it's different. Like I feel like Russ, he should have stayed. He should have stayed in OKC, man. He
But
should have
but
stayed.
this the thing though. I think some players may say their legacy don't matter. It does matter, and I think when they hear, especially with social media now, when everybody has an opinion on something, and all you see say on Twitter or Instagram, you need to get out of here. You need to go chase a ring. You might sit down and not be like, damn, maybe they right. Maybe I do need to go leave. Maybe because bro, everybody can see the writing on the wall. Like you can say like, man, this team is just not good. Because Westbrook, even if he does stay, them teams don't be good because it's just him. We saw it. Like he had a historic season with basically just role players, but there's no guarantee he does that again. Like with probably even weaker role players, there's no guarantee. So you get especially when Paul George left him, it's like I don't have a co-star now. What am I gonna do with these? So yeah, same thing probably with James Harden. He just wanted to get out of Houston. He knew that team was good.
Man, if Jalen Green didn't make those comments, I think he would have been in Houston. He
You said
definitely.
who?
If Jalen Green didn't make those comments on Paul
I don't.
George, I
Man, I
think.
don't believe that BS. Bro, that team wasn't gonna do nothing anyway with him. He knew that team wasn't good.
I think. I don't think. I think, bro. I think. I ain't gonna hold you since he's heard about the chance of getting to like the Clippers. He reinvigorated on ring chasing, but I think like he can't. It did seem like he was like the energy was being defeated. Like damn, I tried, I ain't get a ring, I'm done, I quit. it seemed like he was a little defeatist to me. But I do think though, like, man, maybe some play like bro, Dame, Dame, Harden, Russ, like some of them players, maybe they should get like the Dirk treatment. Like, man, he'll for lifer. Udonis Haslam, but I guess he never really
He's
reached
not.
them.
He's nowhere near on their
Yeah,
level.
he never reached under they like the Hall of Fame levels. Like Melo, maybe he should have. I ain't gonna hold you. 100% thought Melo should have stayed with the goddamn Knicks. I never liked it when he left, and after he left, I feel like it really, really hurt his career. It hurt.
You could say that, but that Knicks team was garbage.
It was garbage, but he should have stayed, bro. I mean, he still live in New York to this day. Even
That
Pop
Knicks
Smoke
team
said
was
he can't.
terrible. That team was bad. All he really had was Porzingis, I don't think that was going to be enough. Because at that point, Melo is like he's one of like at that point all time great. So it's like he needs a ring, and he wasn't gonna win there in New York.
He didn't get
That's
a
just
ring.
facts.
Melo didn't get a ring, did he?
No,
He
no.
retired. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. After he left the Knicks, I can't even remember. He went. Was it OKC or did he float around before he went OKC? He
No,
floated
he
around
when he got traded to the OKC, then he went to like who
Portland.
did he go after?
He
I think
was
no, he went to the Rockets. He went to the Rockets, and then he was out the year. He was out the league
he
for a year
played like
because they did
5 games with the Rockets though too,
they did him dirty. He was out the league for like a year or something like that. Then he went to the Blazers. Then he went to the Lakers, and that was it.
bro. Like I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I could like Dame right, bro. Dame right. Like he probably was talking about Westbrook, but low key probably could have been talking about Melo too. Low key, he probably could have been talking about Melo.
Melo should have got a farewell tour. He should have. Melo was one of them. He should have got a farewell tour. He didn't get it. He kind of went out like bogus. He went out that way. He went kind of bogus.
I agree. I think the only reason like he didn't get the farewell tour is because teams didn't want to. They didn't want to do it for him. They didn't want to do it for him. I think honestly, Denver should have did it for him.
They might retire his jersey. They might retire. They both him and Jokic got the same number. I think they retire both.
I
Both
don't.
two
Think
15s.
I don't think they retired Melo jersey though.
They should. They should.
I don't
I think
think
they
like
should. But I
if he
think it
would have
goes New
stayed,
York first, then him.
if he would have stayed longer with Denver, achieved a little bit more, maybe like got an MVP in Denver, it would have made more sense. But like I think like when I think Melo, I
Shit,
like
he got
he
that team to the conference finals.
yeah,
That
but
team was good. They
I feel
just
like
went against the Lakers. That team was good.
but even though like he was amazing in Denver, he was really good. I feel like when you think Melo, you think the Knicks, even though he probably achieved more with
Yes,
Denver.
yes, I agree. I agree with that.
So I don't know. I just think like if he would have got that farewell tour, it should have been with Denver, man. Because like he said, he made the comments too. He said, "I feel like you should go out the way with the team you came in with." They ain't want to do it. I'm pretty sure it was a conversation was had. He reached out, blah blah blah, and they're like, no, I'm sorry, we want to go the other direction." He should have stayed, bro. He should have stayed with the Knicks, bro. Like I think they should just,
Or he should have just went to the Bulls like he was supposed to.
yeah, man. But you seen that interview where he said about like why he didn't go. It was because of the money, I think. He was talking
It
about
was because of the money. Everybody know that.
yeah,
Everybody
he was
know it was
talking
because
about
of the money.
such and such was gonna get fired, somebody else was leaving, and I was like, man, you not because that back then, like just how we said started with this, like that was a whole lot of money he got offered for like to stay with New York.
Hey man, if you want to win, go ahead. But they would have. I think the Bulls would have been. They would have been raw as hell if he would have went there.
Bro, that
But
shit,
hey, it is what it is.
yeah, that shit really hurt it hurt Westbrook career, it hurt Melo career. They should have stayed. I hope Dame don't get that same. I don't think Dame will get that same treatment, just like Bradley Beal won't, because they put up with
Real
it.
quick, Bradley Beal never talks. He never talks smacked about the super teams though. Dame actually came out and was talking about the super teams. That's why everybody going on him.
But him going to Miami, that ain't no damn Jimmy Butler and Bam. Them niggas not even.
But he never. But they're still. I know. I agree with that part. But they're still one of the best teams in the East. Like let's just. I think if he goes to, let's just say the Hawks. Let's just say the Hawks, right? I think no one talks about. No one's gonna say why. Oh, why are you going to the Hawks? Like you shouldn't go there.
Disrespect the Hawks. You know, Ace might be watching.
He definitely. I doubt that man's watching. Highly doubt it.
The Hawks.
But since it's the Heat, a team that's been to the finals 2 of the past years, been to the conference finals 3 of the past 4 years. That's why they're going. It's like, why would you want to go to that team?
That shit,
So
it's crazy to me because it's like we know the Heat are good, but at the same time, we still don't expect nothing out of them. They got the
because
record.
they don't, bro. Because we know Jimmy Butler's not that guy. Let's just be honest,
Yeah,
bro. They
Jimmy
was on
can't.
players. They was on Players' Choice. They had Jimmy Butler and Bam at the top 4 duo in the NBA. Bro,
They
I
are.
looked at that and I said,
They
"What?
are though. They are. But the thing is, they
Top
are.
four?
No. It might not be
See,
top
okay,
four.
look. See when the dude Ticket, he put it, he implemented winning into it. But if you want to go just players wise, who's the better duos?
The better
They're
duo.
not in the
They're
top
probably in the
five.
top
They're
four.
not. They're just not.
But that's the thing though. So like, if you put winning in it, they are up there. It's like
Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm fine
I
with
can't
that.
think of like duos because like just hearing it's like Jimmy and Bam, I do gotta respect it. But at the same time, it's like those guys, like you gotta like they make it work. They get things done. But at the same time, there's nothing sexy about them. And it's like that's why it's like for me, it's like Miami. Like I just don't. I can't consider
I
them
could
that.
probably name 10 duos way better than them.
Shit, you probably can low key. But that's the
But
thing though. Them
But if
niggas.
you talk about just the players wise,
Okay,
bro,
okay,
wait, real quick. You can say James Harden if you want to say wash now, whatever. James Harden and MB are a better duo than freaking take the winning out. They are better than them. They are. That's just facts. They are better than them. So, but if you want to implement the winning into it, that's why I was like, are they implementing winning or are you just saying
I
just
mean,
a
winning
better
do
duo?
matter. Winning does matter though. It
Because
does.
we can say KD and Book is way better than them, but KD and Book ain't done nothing. They was only available. They only been together for
12
what, 20 games? Less than
But
20 games.
but peep
So
this, peep this, peep this. So like the thing with like Jimmy and Bam, the duo is like it's shown them like they can get there, but Jimmy can't get it done. It's like how Paul George admitted he was like, I'll probably never be the person I'll probably never be like if I want to win a ring, I'll probably never be the best player on the team to get a ring. It's like that's the true honesty. Like Jimmy, he the guy, but he not the guy. It's like he could get you there, but he can't get it done. He needs somebody else with him better than him to get it done. It's like that's the thing. It's like
that's why you need Dame.
yeah, it's like for me, it's like he's the closest thing to being a superstar. That's not really a superstar. Like he had flashes and peaks, but bro can't get it done. He could get there though, and
I'm
you
gonna say
gotta.
this. I'm gonna say this. Dame is either staying with Portland or he going to the Heat, bro. I don't want to hear like, oh, they're gonna trade him to some other team and he's gonna play. Yeah, he go play. But I just thought about this yesterday or earlier today.
Mhm.
Yes, Damian Lillard does. He is the guy that's gonna go into camp and play. He's gonna do that. But in a GM's mind,
They're
even
not
though I
gonna
don't
trade
think
him.
Dame is gonna do what James Harden will do, like he was talking shit to the players, throwing stuff. Will I think he do that? No. But you
James
do
Harden
have to
doing
think
that. He
you
did
ain't
that.
see all that. He was
I
talking
heard he
shit.
was talking shit. I didn't know he was throwing things at
He
people.
got into like a little argument in like the last practice and Steven Silence like told him to go home and then he got traded like the next day.
That nigga petty as hell, bro.
Now, do I think Damian's gonna do that? No. But at the time, you be like, you don't want a guy
Uh-huh.
that's gonna be like that. You don't want a guy on your team like, man, I know he don't want to be here. I just know he doesn't. Why would you want that in your locker room? And you got to think like that every day. Man, he probably will give me 100%, but it's like I know he just don't want to be here. You don't want that as a general manager or owner. You just don't.
You don't even want him getting hurt because then he had like the year, but like was it last year that he
He
had the
had
stomach
the core
surgery?
injury. He had like the abdominal injury.
You know, it's like when
And then he
AD was
got
with the
hurt again
Pelicans.
this year.
Yeah, you gonna just keep him fresh. You gonna shut him down, keep him fresh for whatever.
He goes to the bro. Did you see that offer that they
I
that
think
they
they take it. I think they should take it.
bro? And then everybody was like, "Can we?" There was somebody was like, "Can we just say like this offer really isn't bad? It's just the play." I said the Blazers just being petty. They really just
Yeah,
being petty. That offer is not bad.
that's that's. I think that's like if they want to like reach Dame like agreement, like it, that should take it. Because honestly, I think I think I just had it right here pulled up. Group chat. It wasn't bad. It was it is three. It's 3 to 4 first round picks, pick swaps, 2 second round picks, Tyler Hero, expiring contract, and young players. It's
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Like
like
you,
come
you're
on.
not gonna get no better than that.
You know, it ain't gonna hold you because like Portland isn't gonna keep Dame. We know if he doesn't go Miami, they're gonna trade him somewhere else. But at the same time, it's like Portland, be serious. Like how like what you got a young core. You got a young core. You got the it's like come on. Like what you said, like you don't need to go in a training camp. Training camp almost here. It started in September. It's August now. So you really don't want to. It's like when Donovan Mitchell, like you knew he had to get traded before training camp started with the Jazz. It's like this the same situation, like you said. Like there's no point of going into training camp and they're not even focused on like the team and buying in to go. The cameras and reporters are there for Dame. You don't want to go in. You don't do
Yep,
not want.
and they gonna get them same questions every day. Every day. What's the situation with Dame? Is Damian Lillard gonna get traded? It's gonna be every single day. As long as he's on that team. You might as well stop being petty and just trade him. Send, obviously Tyler Hero, we don't need him because we already got guards. We don't need him, but we can facilitate a 3-team trade. I actually like him on the Brooklyn Nets. Me personally, I like him on the Nets. Pair him with Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. I love that. But like, come on, like you guys got to be serious.
Yeah, Bridges, man. I think he winning most improved next year. I'm putting my money on that one.
I don't have a problem with that.
I think Jordan Poole got a chance, but I don't think he gonna win enough to get it.
I'm feeling Mikal Bridges.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So yeah, you definitely nail on the head. I 100% agree. With training camp coming up in like what 5 weeks, you cannot start training. You're right. You 100% right. You cannot start training camp with him there. You
And
can't.
it's just gonna be distractions in the locker room, and then every player is gonna know he really don't want to be here. He gonna play, but he don't want to be here. Like you don't want that. Just send him. Just send him. Stop being petty, bro. It's okay.
You
And plus
think
he's a superstar. You're not gonna get back equal value anyway, so it doesn't matter who gets back. Even in fantasy, even when we do in fantasy, we never get back. We might get some good players back, but we're never. It's not like we're gonna get like we're not gonna get a even a guy that's even close to a superstar if we trade for. It just happens. That's just how it works.
you got to break them down. You got to break your player down. You got to build your depth. So I ain't gonna hold you. Like just thinking about that. Like the closest trade I could ever think about when it was like I traded a superstar who got back something that was actually quality worth for like trading. Like I think about the Paul George Indiana trade. They got lucky with that when they got 2 All-Stars. I could think about when the
But they
Pelicans
were nowhere near Paul George though.
they
At
won.
that time, at least they wasn't. Yeah, if you
But
want to say later down, but like obviously Victor got hurt. Sabonis was really good when he was with the Pacers.
and they got the draft pick from that
But
too.
at that time, no one, bro, I don't care. No one thought Sabonis was gonna be like how he is now. So you're not gonna get back now because I think let's just say they do. Let's just say they trade like for Paul George and they trade the Victor Oladipo how he was in Indiana, and let's just say Sabonis now, you're gonna be like, I'm not accepting this. Why would I accept that?
They're not doing that. You ain't doing that shit. Like, you ain't doing no shit
You're
like
not
that.
doing that. You're just not.
So
You're not gonna do that.
another trade I think about is like the Pelicans and the Lakers for Anthony Davis and what the Lakers got back. Even that, like I
You
can't
got a
really
lot
think
of good, like really good, like I ain't even gonna say role players, but just good players. But none of them is equal to Anthony Davis. None of them.
that I can't really think about a trade where it's like you traded a superstar and you got like that.
Even the Kevin Durant trade, you got back Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. Like Mikal is good, Cam Johnson is decent, but they're nowhere near Kevin Durant. It just doesn't happen. They're just like people are just petty. It's okay. You don't have to be
100% petty. They I think the trade happens before training camp, honestly. 100%. Like if they do that, it's like they aren't even talking about school. They ain't even talking about him. Like this guy, he got a chance to win rookie of the year. They talking about he's so good, but yeah. That's all I got though. You want to talk about the expanding teams? You want to just say that for next week?
We could say that for next week.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold you like, yeah, 100%. Dame got to get it out of there. I'm sorry, it's a lose lose. I kind of think like from the teams that's gonna make the biggest jump, I'm gonna go Pacers. I think the Pacers make that honestly because Tyrese only played 56 games. If he plays somewhere near 70, like he usually do, yeah, they are making the biggest jump. Jalen Brown, I'm glad you got paid. I hope he like solidifies himself. I hope he's somewhere in the MVP conversation with getting paid that much. I don't think it'll happen, but
I doubt it. Highly
I
doubt
think
it.
he probably proves I'm top five shooting guard. I'm better than Paul George, maybe.
He's not better than Paul George.
You don't think he's better than Paul George?
No,
You don't think he could be? He's like one of
no.
the closest players. Like that is whole night. He like one. I think he one of the closest players to being like a Paul George, two-way player, good defense and good shot. But he ain't
Paul
got
George,
no
bro. Paul George is why you think all these young players be like Paul George, my favorite player. Because I what do I don't I always every time I be like, if they had a player like this, who do I always bring up?
Paul
Paul
George.
George, because he's like one of the most complete players in the league. Even though he get hurt every year, he's one of the most complete players in the league. You can't go wrong with a guy like Paul George.
Mm-hmm.
So no,
No.
he's not better than him.
That's what I. If he get paid, he just got paid down there somewhere close to $1 billion. Nah, you better. You goddamn it, you better.
He's not better than him.
You better.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Thank y'all boys for tuning in Full Court and Terry podcast as always, man.